A street fight in Adams County, Mississippi took a deadly turn when a teen allegedly returned on a bike with a gun. 4 people were arrested, including the teen, and now the FBI is involved. Allegedly, the chaos started over a cigarette and spiraled into a violent confrontation.
Developing tonight, Adams County deputies continue to investigate a series of fights over the weekend.
One of those incidents led to one person being shot and another arrested. The sheriff says Houston Pretty is the latest person charged in the case. He is charged with aggravated assault and conspiracy. 3 on Your Side's Chris Fields joins us now to tell you what led to the chaos. Chris.
Well, Maggie, the Adams County Sheriff says everything stemmed from a man occasionally riding his bike to being assaulted by a group of individuals. And get this, it was all caught on video. He says it's an attack no one should ever have to endure or witness.
It's one of the most heinous things that you can see, because if you watch this video, it'll make the average person who has any kind of compassion in their heart get emotional.
Sheriff Travis Patton admits it was painful for him to watch what appears to be a brutal attack on someone he says was only trying to enjoy an evening of bicycling. Now here's video of that assault that many of you saw on social media on a black man who is now identified as Reginald Butler. Butler was attacked by a group of people near a bridge on Deerfield Road Friday.
You know, this guy was riding his bike down the street, and they stopped him and asked for a cigarette, which turned into asking him to fight, calling him all kinds of names.
Sheriff Patton says later that night, Butler returned to that area near the bridge where 2 separate incidents occurred.
Reginald Butler went home for a while, and what he did was he retrieved a weapon before coming back from his residence. He did not return to the original scene of the crime, which we learned later on, but he did get back on his bike and began to ride towards another bridge on Deerfield Road.
This one, Patton says Butler was assaulted yet again.
Things escalated between him and this individual. That individual ended up assaulting Reginald Butler as well. When there was a break in the altercation to where the other individual was no longer assaulting Reginald, he was then shot. Reginald pulled a weapon and shot that individual one time, and after firing multiple rounds at this individual.
Both Butler and the shooting victim, Cameron Taunton, who we now know was involved in the initial assault, were arrested. He's charged with aggravated assault and 1 count of conspiracy to commit aggravated assault. Butler has since bonded out of jail.
That was a very emotional thing for this entire community. You could see the pain and the anger and the frustration throughout this community, and that's why we work diligently with our state and federal partners on this case to make the arrest that we made and to be transparent as possible in this case.
Now, the sheriff says they have also reached out to MBI and the FBI about this incident to determine whether or not this is a hate crime. I'm Chris Fields, 3 on Your Side.
New details are emerging in a violent incident that unfolded in Adams County. 12 News reporter Mercy Rain spoke with Sheriff Travis Patton and has more. And a warning before we begin, the following video contains graphic content.
Fight turned violent Friday night on Deerfield Road in Adams County, one of 2 separate altercations that took place that evening, according to the sheriff's office. Deputies say the man seen here with a bicycle identified as Reginald Butler was allegedly attacked by a group of men. After fleeing the first confrontation, Butler was reportedly approached again and responded by firing a gun in self-defense. Initially, Butler was taken into custody and charged in connection to the shooting. He has since been released on a $50,000 bond as the investigation continues.
Because at that night, based on the information we had, we didn't know whether he was a victim or not. It was a very, very, very gray area. So at that night, we did make the arrest of Mr. Butler. But now that situations have changed, videos have emerged, witnesses have came forward, Mr. Butler's now out and has his freedom, and he will have his day in court as well.
Since then, authorities have arrested 2 suspects, Cameron Taunton and Houston Pretty, both now facing charges of aggravated assault and conspiracy to commit aggravated assault. But Sheriff Patton says the case is far from over.
There are others out there who we are cutting warrants on as we speak. We're still gathering witness information. We're still corroborating facts of statements that were given that night, and it's a full-on and active investigation that is being conducted by the Adams County Sheriff's Office, Mississippi Bureau of Investigations, and the FBI.
Investigators are asking anyone with information to come forward and contact the Adams County Sheriff's Office. In Natchez, Mercy Rain, 12 News.
This is No Filter News. Truth served raw, bold, and uncut. Hit that sub, stay loud, and catch us on the next drop. We don't fade out. We level up.